Hello and welcome back to Rest Gears. We're in Season 5, Episode 2. We are back in our little makeshift hovel. I got my first little clay items done in the night. Cooking pot and our bowl. Apparently you leave it out and it rains, it's going to collect water. So, we got a little bit of stuff collected. We got our Sammy. And I have just enough nuggies to make something, so let's take this out. And we'll have to take our bowl out so that we can put down our pot. We could fit 4 items there and put our crucible in there. But, however, I don't have any coal or brown coal, black coal, charcoal. We need something that will get the temperature up high enough, so I figured I probably should start to do a little bit more exploring, get a little bit more stuff taken care of. We got some cattails. Would need to get more so we can have some baskets because we need to have something for carrying and that. Some more poultice, of course, is always pretty good. Got plenty of wood started up, so I mean, if I go out and don't find something, charcoal it is, and you know, it's easy to do, but it just takes a little bit of time, so I figured I'd give a quick jaunt around the spawn area, and it looks like someone already has boards, which means someone has a anvil and made themselves a saw. So I think that is Cricket and Zongo, and so we got, I think, Chaos over here, I think, and then Shino is down here, kind of working on getting his stuff enclosed. He's been lucky, apparently. He's gotten some seeds, gotten some blooms. That is another thing to be on the lookout for. And some people are kind of still around town, kind of getting their stuff situated, and I wanted to give a good look around here and see some of the things around, get a little bit more lay of the land. All the rivers kind of seem to be going south-ish, so unfortunately going on a river won't help too much. Of course, we'll need to get a raft or something. I don't think you can paddle upriver on a raft too, so kind of just have to hoof it. Vargas also started his big enclosure here. He has gotten down there. So apparently, spent quite a bit of time making those shingles, and got a little start to the down there. So we'll go, I guess, west and start kind of doing some preliminary searching since we kind of just know the immediate area. And let's see, we have all of our different guides here. And I'm pretty sure I probably passed stuff that I'm looking for. Okay, so one of the things, of course, while you're always out, try to look for a dragon egg. If we can come across that. We have, let's see, what do we have here? Oh yeah, we do have the temporal gear network stuff, so of course, anytime we could find a temporal gear is always good. I don't think I'm going to worry about redoing my spawn quite yet, so if a temporal gear can get used in something, that's fine. I think I'm misspelling this, so magic. Okay. We need to find these blooms, but the unstable version. I still didn't go very far. However, I did find bees, so that is pretty good. It's going to be conveniently pretty close. Won't really need it for quite a while, but we'll just kind of stick with it, and you know, when we need it, we need it. Hopefully, maybe if I get some bony soil, I might get a candle or 2 out of it, and that will kind of just help me initially before I have to actually start getting really into bees. So we'll go and plant some of our flowers up here because the bees are a little bit up in the tree, and I get really anxious taking down too many leaves because I always afraid I'm going to accidentally hit that guy. So let's see if we can expand a little bit out here. You know what? How about we just go and add a little bit more dirt? I think that will probably be the better part of it, and we'll put these down so that way the population's really good, and we'll stick down skeps later. But onwards. Oh wait, a little further south, a little further west, and finding some mushrooms. That is pretty good. Mushrooms, since they're veggies, they do last a little longer when you're carrying them around opposed to berries. Oh, I should probably just get rid of this. Whenever I see a crowded, poor little fruit tree, I always want to help it out and get rid of the extra trees and leaves around it because I'm like, oh, it's gonna get stunted. But pear. So I'm kind of curious if it will actually flower here and stuff. So we'll have to keep an eye on. Oh, and we got a twinsy here, a peach and a peach. All right. Well, the small ones are probably a little too close, but we'll mark this. I think a peach is supposed to be a little bit of a warmer one. So I'm kind of expecting the peach to actually, give fruit, but we'll see what kind of trees end up being around in this area. And hopefully we can get some sort of orchard, something going on at some point here. Oh, there's a puppy. Alright, since trying to be smart, we encountered some puppies. That means there's got to be wolves somewhere around here, so why wait too long? So I'll gather up our little bit of grass. And I think I might need one more log. Yeah, appears to be. Cut down this poor little stumpy maple tree, if you can call it that. And we'll make that nice little log there into firewood with our axe here. And that should be enough. Yep. Grass and a knife, and we can make our first, not throw it on the ground, not throw that on the ground either, make our first armor. So maybe we can survive a hit. Yeah. Alright, on to one of our first dungeons, one of the spiral dungeons, which always seem to be pretty common. Someone's already been here and gotten some select stone that they've wanted. That's pretty good. And the layers go down. Oh, that's bauxite down there. Okay, cool. I will take a little bit of bony soil. I'm not planning on going like super crazy or anything with bony soil and panning. I think I could find a lot of stuff. I think I'd already found some copper deposits and stuff, so I think it'll be pretty easy to take that. Let's grab this ore puzzle. Oh, see, copper and a mining book. That's a pretty good amount of mining, so I'll have to chomp on that sometime. And onwards to find a nearby trader over here. There's been a couple near spawn, but finding them out. We got our survival goods. Oh, the survival book. Okay. So some of these traders are going to sell books. And I found a wild purr out here scavenging. Hello. We got our temporal rifts here. And well, at some point, as a rust mage, we gotta kind of ride the rust wave, sort of. So I'll see how this goes. I don't know about how long you gotta stay in them for you gotta have your stability go down. I don't know. We'll find some more and stuff. But yeah. And oh yeah, there's blooms. Yeah, I probably should try to get them no seeds. That's kind of how it works. Alright, so further along, we gotta find a cave. It's like, okay, that looks pretty good, but there's peat here. And apparently a whole bunch of other people have found a lot of peat, so I don't think it'll be pretty hard to find some, but let's grab about a stack. We have some extended stack stuff, so I think we can hold 32 in a stack, so we'll go with that. Actually, no, that's more than that. That's good. Sand here, and we'll make a little mark for a good sand. This looks like a good sand place, so let's actually make it something that'll stand out. That'd probably be better. Well, do need to find a few marks and make sure we know where to grab some stuff so we don't like make the area look ugly. And grab berries. Berries do tend to decay quickly. So I was peeking down a hole here and I saw a little something down there, and I thought, that could be our first like actual real ruin finding in here. So, oh, okay, it's one of these. Nice. We don't have a pick, so it's going to take, forever to break this thing. Well, maybe not quite, but close to it. We got farming. We got a few things in here that could be pretty useful, pretty nice to have. Definitely need the light. We got seeds. Bookshelves, I think we can collect those. There we go. We got some gears. We can get rid of the ruined piece because we don't need that. But I definitely, I'd like to take a bunch of this stuff, but I think I will leave it. I'll take this because that's like high priority to have some permanent lighting kind of at our house and not waste torches on that. So let's get rid of the rope and the ruin thing again. And I think I'll keep everything else, just limited inventory to start off with. So let's make a handy dandy mark so that we can come back and get some of this stuff. I think I will want to probably use the green stuff in a build I'd like to do around spawn. And nothing else, just take a little peek, make sure there's nothing else ruined down there, and then continue on. So, have to get the obligatory cattails when you're near the river. Some of the ponds and stuff haven't had cattails, so let's see. I have to get rid of something, otherwise I'm gonna lose my torch if I go in the water. So we will get more seeds. It's just one, so no big deal here. And here's our next dungeon ruins. Looks like another one of the spiral ones. Yep, it is. Let's see, we got some more bony soil here. Go ahead and grab that. Of course, it's fallen into the dirt. Oh, we got copper. Oh, and this is a bioluminescence part of the river here. I always like finding those. It's a neat little touch. I wish the sparkly kind of bits would stick around a little longer, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and mark it. I mean, I probably will not come back to this one, but who knows? If I end up actually having trouble finding some things, I might have to come back. And I think everything kind of, in general, these have been picked off. And I did actually find a pond that had a lot of cattails, so I had to go and grab those because, well, the baskets are what you have at the start. And with the carry-on mod, we can make a basket to put on our back and be pretty good with that. So continuing further, going down the river, just exploring. Hey, guess what? we're gonna have another dungeon to go to. As long as I don't run into a bear or a wolf or something. You never know. Yep, there we go. Just go a little bit more north. We got puffballs. Good. More mushrooms. I keep finding more mushrooms, which is very good because the berries seem to take a long time to regrow. Alright, I'll grab that one. But we'll have to go back and drop our stuff off. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.